Have you ever gone to 3D print a pre-supported file just to find out that it is just massive? There is no way you're gonna print this thing. Either you don't have a printer big enough, even if it is chopped up in little parts, or you don't have a shelf big enough to even place the thing if you could get it 3D printed. Well, in this video, I'm gonna show you how to scale down that model using Lychee Slicer. And of course, more importantly, I'm gonna show you how to scale it down in a way where it's actually going to print and not fail. To demonstrate, I'm gonna use this model right here. This is Luffy, created by Hukori Studios, found on the Lychee Library. And if you don't know, Netflix recently did a live action of the first couple seasons. I just finished them and they're actually pretty good. I'd recommend them. But anyway, let's get going. There are a few really important things you need to know before you start scaling a pre-supported file. The first one is, don't ever scale a .stl pre-supported file. Scale a .lys. If you don't know the difference, here's a video right here you can watch once you're done watching this one. Now I would say there is a bit of a grace period in that one. If you are scaling the model less than 10%, you can most likely get away with scaling a .stl. But anything more than 10%, it's almost guaranteed to have some failures with it. The next thing to be aware of is, has this model been hollowed? Because that's definitely gonna change some stuff when we scale it. To check on that, I'm gonna go over to Prepare, and right here under the Interior Exterior button, if it's not grayed out and you can click on it, and things actually change when you click on it, it has been 3D hollowed. And that's gonna change some stuff, so more on that in a little bit. Let's just get to it. Because this model's so big, I'm gonna be scaling it down by about 25%. It's basically gonna be like a new model. I'm not gonna be able to preserve the supports here with any sort of confidence. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna delete them. Hit Control Alt and hit Delete when I'm under the Prepare menu. So now to actually scale it, I'm gonna go over here and click on Layout, and then I'm gonna go over to Scale. I'm gonna bring this down from 100% to 75%, dropping it down by 25%, which is actually quite a bit of volume because this guy, again, he was actually pretty big. If I click on Prepare over here and click on Exterior, what we can see here is that the holes are a little bit too large for this model. And that's because in Lychee Slicer, as of now, the hollowing holes don't actually scale with the model as you scale it up and down. So we do need to come in here and just scale those down as well. And I can just do that manually real quick, just kind of visualize how that's gonna look and about how much I wanna scale these holes according to what they're trying to do. If you leave them too big, you need enough material there for some actual strength. And I think at that point, it's looking pretty good. I think we're adjusted for the 3D hollowing. With the 3D hollowing taken care of, I just need to re-support it. To do that, I'm just gonna go back over to Prepare, and I'm gonna click on Support. And for this one, I'm gonna use the new Lychee Auto supports. That's just found under Auto. Make sure I have the plus button. I'm gonna go over to my preset. We'll just do the 75mm plus. And I'm gonna click on Generate Automatic Supports. So now that that's run, we need to do a little bit of spot checking. On my pre-support file, I have mini supports turned off, so there's gonna be some islands that aren't gonna have supports. I don't need to add supports to all these islands, but I like to check them anyway. To do that, I'm just gonna head over to the island, and I'm gonna run a quick island detector. This one I'm gonna do accuracy as detailed. I'm just gonna click on Search Selected. It found 31 unsupported islands. To make this a little bit easier, I'm just gonna grab all the existing supports. I'm just gonna hide them. That way I can see the existing islands a little bit better. From here, I can just scroll down and look at these islands and see, are these really islands I want to support? Now I know this bleeding edge right here is actually supported pretty well. I can go through and turn all the supports back on and just kind of get an idea of what it looks like. And there are supports here. If I want to, I can come in here and add a few more on some of these islands, but for the most part, these are more of a texture type island and not really geometry island. So we can go through here and just kind of check them all out. Let's hide these and just click on this red button right here to start cycling through the islands and see if we see any that are maybe a little bit more hazardous. And so far, I'm not seeing any islands that I really care about. I'm seeing only islands that are textures. If I move up to the face, this is where I think I might find a couple of them that I might actually care about. The only one really is this eyebrow right there. I'm gonna make sure I put an extra small right on that one. I definitely don't want to have a big support mark right on his hair right there. We got another one, that little guy right there. Let's put that in. The one on the hair I don't care about. The lip I'm not gonna do. And I think even that one right there is a very small island. I probably could get away with not putting support on. Yeah, see, it's really nudged in there. It wants to do a mini. I'd rather leave it unsupported than put in a mini there, so I'm just gonna leave that one completely undone. And at that point, I'm not seeing any more islands that I actually care about. I'm gonna call that one done for the islands. Now that I've done verifying the islands, I'm just gonna go over here to proximity. and I'm gonna run a quick proximity detection. It found 3 supports that it says are a little bit too close. And to visually see those 3 pretty easy, I'm just gonna go over to View and go down to Support Visibility. And this one, I want to show only the supports with it with a proximity error, which is this one right there. That's gonna basically get rid of all the rest, and I can see this guy right here. Let's see, it's technically okay because I'm not touching anything on the back right there, but I can see why it says it's getting a little close. I could scale that down and just kind of move it in a little bit closer to the wall right there, just so I don't have an issue. The other one, it says these guys have some proximity errors. I guess it's this one right here that's triggering it. Again, that bracing is just a little close to the neck. It's probably fine actually, but I'll just delete it anyway because I don't think we actually need it. And for the last one, because I don't see it here on the outside, I'm pretty sure it's on the inside. So if I click interior, there it is. That's the one that says we have a proximity error on. To be honest, on the inside, you don't need a lot of support. So let's actually go through and enable all of them so I can see what's going on here. I'm just gonna actually go through and just delete all of these. And then I'm just gonna grab my interior pillar column right here. I'm just gonna place a few supports on some of these interior ones. I can still see the islands here. I'm just gonna go through and just place one on each of these islands just to make sure we've got some support on this big, huge open cavity. Maybe even a couple more on that overhang for the chest. But that's pretty much it. I think other than that, this guy's actually gonna print just fine. And at that, I would say we're done. This model has been scaled and resupported and is ready to 3D print. The model I picked here is probably the hardest out of all of them, just because it's a torso with a face attached to it. And these are some objects we care a lot about support placement, so when they print, they look really good. It was also hollowed, making it a little bit more difficult. Everything else on this particular model is actually gonna be easier. This one, it's either gonna be smaller and not hollowed, or larger, but not as many important features like, the face. So if you just rinse and repeat what I just showed you, you're gonna be able to scale any model up or down and have it successfully 3D print. And that sums it up for that one. If you learned something new, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Join us on the Lychee Slicer Discord if you haven't already. And as always, thank you for watching and have a good day.